Fargo by the Coen Brothers. Y'all know the movie. Billy J. Jack Goes to the Movies. Movie reviews with me, Billy J. Jack, the Duke of Brisbane Town. Coming at you live from one of the tallest residential towers here in the greatest city in the world. I know y'all want to be here. I can hear you hollering out there from your yachts out there in Sydney Harbor and the wilds of Melbourne Town down there. Y'all want to be up here with the sunshine. I know you do. Well, Fargo is set in the opposite of sunshine in a place called Fargo up there in the wilds of North America. Yeah, the movie's quite interesting. You got some famous actors in there. Francis McDormand. You got William Macy. You got Mr. Peter Stormare, and I'll talk about him in great depth because he's one of the main characters. Y'all got Steve Buscemi and many other fine actors in that movie. And the movie, without giving the plot away, is about a car salesman who is, I believe, unhappily married because he has a lot of stress in his life because of his married wife and her father. And he comes across an idea to have a car stolen and to profit from it. And it all goes topsy-turvy without telling you much more about it. Okay? And there's some interesting scenes in the movie. And the best scene in the movie, one of them I like, is the one where they're at Arby's eating the curly fries. And Francis McDormand is there with an Asian gentleman eating them. And he's talking about not having a date, which is a terrible stereotype, friends. Back in the day, in the wilds of Asia, the Mongols just took the women by the hair and had their way with them, if they didn't kill them first. So I don't see why it has become a stereotype for an Asian man to be so timid and such. I don't get it. But as for them folks out there who like themselves a good movie, this one has the murders and mayhems y'all would expect, and the Coen Brothers touch to make it a great mystery and a great movie. Now let's talk about Mr. Stormare. As I understand things, he is a man from Sweden, the wilds of Sweden, which, as y'all know, is the most exciting country in the world. I mean, you can't go anywhere in the world without meeting a Swede who's kissing the ground because he's managed to leave Sweden. But apparently it's a nice country. I don't know. But Mr. Stormare is a good actor in his Swedish movies. He is famous for being an actor in Sweden long before he came to Hollywood. But here's the thing, friends. He has been stereotyped much like that Asian gentleman, and now he is your typical Euro baddie. Take, for example, the movie Minority Report. He plays a disgusting, drunken, ophthalmologist, surgeon type, eye doctor, if you remember that scene. Armageddon, with Bruce Willis and Ben Affleck. By the way, friends, I talk about Ben Affleck. It's Batman in my podcast, Billy J. Jack Goes to the Movies. Please check him out here on the channel. In Armageddon, Mr. Stormare is stereotyped, plays a drunken cosmonaut, a drunken Russian astronaut. In Playing God, the movie Playing God, he is portraying a Russian guy once again. In Bad Company, he plays a drunken Russian mobster again. In Tuxedo, he is a mad scientist. In Bad Boys 2, he is a drunken Russian idiot mobster. They have stereotyped him, for the last 15 years or more into doing it. There you go. And he's done a lot more other roles where he has played the same guy. He's always a Russian, or he's always some bad dude from Europe. And he plays one in this movie, friends. And this is the movie that people remember Mr. Stormare for, because let's face it, it was this movie where he plays an evil, mad, drunken idiot looking to buy fancy foods. He talks about going to a place to get special foods in the movie. See if you can remember it, pick it out when you watch it. And he plays the same character in every movie. Okay, friends, my favorite performances in this movie, well, you can't go past the great Steve Buscemi. And I think ultimately Frances McDormand does a wonderful performance in this movie, but it is Mr. William H. Macy who is the most outstanding actor. It's not difficult because he is a good actor. How do I know this? Because I've seen his movies, and I know movies, friends. Now, what do y'all think of Fargo, and what do y'all think of the plot of the movie and the crazy plot involving the car and the wife and a relatively small amount of money, even for back in them days, as I recall, but I don't know, because even going back 3 or 4 decades ago when I was a younger man, going back 5 or 6 decades ago when I was a young man, it was not a great amount of money. Interesting plot set there in the wilds of Minnesota and North Dakota, South Dakota somewhere. And funny change of events, murders and mayhems. Fargo by the Coen Brothers. Is it his greatest film, or did you like his subsequent ones even better? Because they've done some great movies, as y'all know. People are saying that the counselor in the new movie, Brad Pitt, RVA, Bardem, is even better, but it would have been better if Coens had directed it. And people are saying that the movie with No Country for Old Men with Tommy Lee Jones and Mr. Javier Bardem again, evil Spanish dude with the mean eye, would have been even better had they decided to even better than this movie Fargo. But I reckon that Fargo is probably the best of the bunch because of its unique setting, its tragedy characters, and its methodical police chief played by Frances McDormand. And I like it because it reminds me of being in a cold place where there's nothing else to do but eat hot food, whereas in Brisbane down here, we are in a hot place where there's nothing to do but drink cold Mai Tais all day long. Okay, friends, Fargo, what y'all think of the movie? Don't village jack the trope below. Bye from now.